What's up, guys?
What is up, you guys? We are in episode 3 of our wedding series. I realize we should be calling it episodes instead of parts because sometimes we'd have parts on KNR. So episode 3, part
trace.
1.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So today we're going to be talking about something very exciting. We're going to be talking all about wedding venues.
So today we asked you guys if you had any questions for us regarding the wedding venue or like how to pick out a venue or what we were looking for in a venue. So let's answer some questions.
So the very first question is, what was your dream venue?
When I grew up, I thought that all the weddings had to be in churches, which was weird because I don't think I've ever been to a wedding in a church.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I have,
But I just always thought you had to get it done in a church.
But what was your dream venue or dream wedding?
I didn't. The venue, like, it wasn't a thing for me. Yeah, for me, it was mostly like what it would look like in terms of like who I was gonna be with,
right?
And like what the vibe was gonna be like. It was always that. It wasn't the actual venue itself.
Like specific.
Yeah, I didn't realize personally how important the venue was until I started looking for a venue.
Right.
I always thought you could just get any, like, you could rent out any room and then just like set up there.
Use it.
And then it'd be fine.
I mean, it depends. If you want a really, really, really simple wedding, you can rent out a gym and get married. Cool. It doesn't matter.
Up to your personal preference. So I know that what our dream venue was. It wasn't a venue that we could get. We're gonna show you later. We're gonna talk about it later. But what was your, like, before our dream venue, what was your own dream venue?
So my dream venue growing up, I lived in a tropical island, or I grew up in a tropical island. So I always wanted my venue to be on a beach where it's like, you walk down the aisle like with bare feet and like, you know, just nice white sand beach.
Yeah.
That was my dream venue. All right, so question number 2, how was our experience looking for our venue?
I feel like, and again, we're gonna talk about this later, I feel like we decided what we wanted the venue to be before we checked the availability.
When we got engaged, I was like literally online looking for wedding venues.
Yeah.
I was specifically on Wedding Wire. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but Wedding Wire has definitely helped me look for the venue that we have now, and just to look for other options and stuff, because in Wedding Wire you can actually message all of the venues and they'll get back to you with packages. It's just so much easier that way instead of emailing them and just you know, all of that. So Wedding Wire has definitely helped me, so that's my tip. Definitely download the Wedding Wire app and it'll help you so much. But anyways, we were looking online and I found this one venue and I was like, this is it. This is the venue.
The venue.
Yeah, like what he said, like we didn't look into like how much it was or all of that.
We didn't look into when they were open.
Yeah, so before we even knew any of the details, we were like,
set.
This is the venue.
Yeah, so yeah, like the problem was, I mean, because we didn't check the availability, we didn't see that they were actually closed for like the first 3-4 months of the year.
Yeah.
And we're getting married within the first 3-4 months of the year, and we didn't want to push it back. We want to get married already.
Yeah, we didn't want to compromise our date because we're actually getting married on April 14th, which is our
anniversary.
Yeah, so this venue actually was closed from January to April. We spoke about it and we're like, do we want to just move it to May 1st so that we can have our dream venue? But another factor was that it was quite expensive.
Yeah, which is one of the factors too that we had to think about moving forward is, did we want to hire a lot of vendors and try to coordinate everything? Or did we want to have a place that would do the flip for us, that would do the catering for us? Like, we don't have to think about much on the actual day. So I would say, in short, if I could summarize the whole venue like searching process in 2 words, it would probably be compromise and realistic.
There's actually so much more that goes into finding your venue. It's not just, this is the venue, I like it, we're gonna book it. No, there's so many different factors that come into play. Your budget.
We kind of have this mindset where we don't want to spend like a crazy amount on the wedding. Yeah. We don't want to kind of go overboard, or we want to be really reserved and frugal for the wedding so that we can have a really nice place to live in.
Yes.
Like the marriage part after, because wedding is one night,
but
the marriage is every single night after that.
Exactly.
We didn't want to be like wedding broke, where we have like an amazing wedding but then nothing to come home to.
Right.
Yeah, that was a big factor for sure.
Yeah, so when you ask us what we're looking for in a venue, we could like the venue, but they may not have everything that we needed or wanted, which for me was, I wanted it to be an all-inclusive venue. So that means that they include catering, they include tables, they include most things that we need.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't necessarily hire a wedding planner. We have a couple friends helping us out.
Even our friend was like, yeah, you look through venues and just pick your top 2 to 3 with all the factors in mind. Yeah. So at this point, we already knew the pricing, we knew what the venue looked like, and so we kind of like narrowed it down to 3. So that's what we did. We didn't want to confuse ourselves. We didn't want to like go to like 10 venues, which you totally can. It's up to you. Yeah. But for us, we felt like we were in a time constraint. So we had to choose and be productive. So the first venue that we visited, do you want to talk about the first venue?
Yeah, the first venue was like this golf course.
Yeah.
It was actually really nice.
It was beautiful.
I would have loved to have our wedding there. Let's do like some of the good things that we liked about it.
Yeah.
For me, we would have had our wedding outdoors, which I would love. I love outdoor weddings.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
And it was like in the middle of the golf course, there would be this like pond, and you walk over the bridge, over a bridge that's over the pond onto a little island inside the pond.
Yeah.
And that's where the wedding would happen. And the island is heart-shaped.
Yeah, that was a cute one.
So the island goes like this, and then there's a bridge, and then the water around it is shaped as a heart, and there's a bunch of plants, like big shrubs and everything around it.
It was beautiful.
There was like its own arch, everything. Like it was really nice. We would have gone there for the ceremony, and then we would have gone inside for the reception, and that is where...
That was optimal. I was like, wow, this is great.
It would have been really nice.
Yeah.
But the problem with this venue, the golf course, it wasn't the ceremony. It was beautiful, it was amazing, but it was the reception. The reception, we had 2 options. One was like their restaurant kind of...
which I wanted so bad.
Because there was crazy wind. It was all
windows.
Yeah. It was all glass. So you walk in and all the walls are glass. The problem is, one, it was relatively small.
Right. 90 people capacity.
90 people capacity.
Which at that time we were like, I think we can do it because of COVID, and we wanted to save money. So we were willing to compromise that.
If we had our ceremony outside and reception inside, it would have been fine. It would have been good. If it rained, we couldn't do it outside. It would have to be inside, and inside, they wouldn't do a flip for us.
Yeah.
So they would have had, during the ceremony, all of the tables and chairs set up like the reception. So Ricci's walking in, like maybe all stand for the bride. Ricci's walking in and everyone's sitting around
their
circle table. Or no, it wasn't even circle tables. It was like square tables. The ceremony would have had to be the reception
style
layout. They had another room. It was fine. It was like a community center kind of room, which is whatever for a reception. But she really is like dead set on what the reception looks like.
So the second venue that we visited, this one's a little funny for me, because the second venue was definitely...
It was a petting zoo.
Hey, let's not... Okay, so I was on a Wedding Wire and I was like, this is a beautiful wedding venue. Like the way that they decorated it, the rustic farm vibes, I was like, wow. But it really does make a difference when you visit the place. So there were so many factors. It was the smell, because it's a petting
zoo.
It's a farm.
It was not just a farm, it was a petting zoo. Like it was genuinely, it was a petting zoo. They had bunnies free roaming the land. They had an area to pet the goats, an area to pet the llamas. Like, it was a petting zoo. The washrooms was to the right of the bunny cages.
Yeah, it was outside of the actual venue, which wasn't too far, but it was like, do we want our guests to walk in heels down these rocks?
Which, I mean, like, I haven't seen any of the photos. Like, she wanted me to look at every venue with fresh eyes, right?
Right.
So I am pulling up to this like beautiful farm, by the way. In everything a farm can be, beautiful farm. And she led us to this little barn, this little, like, when I say little barn, I mean you couldn't fit 3 horses in this barn.
Whoa, relax.
It was a little barn.
And on top of that, there was also like tables. Each table was like $50, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
The add-ons, it was definitely interesting.
All with that said, the photos that she showed me afterwards of the barn with a wedding inside was really beautiful.
They also had an outdoor like gazebo area. It had potential, and like it just wasn't for us. Like it's a nice place.
The barn itself.
If you like the farm life, the rustic, you know, go for it. But it just wasn't.
It's not us. So then after the reception area, she brought us a long way. Okay, we crossed the road. We walked through a field. Like, it was a journey.
It was a journey
to the center of the earth, and she brought us out through a bunch of sunflower fields. She brought us out to this giant plain of grass. And it was beautiful. Yeah. I was like, this must have been why she brought us here, which it was because of the pictures in the barn. But I looked and I was like, honestly, as soon as I saw the big field, I pictured my wedding there.
Yeah.
Like, I imagined us dancing in the middle. I imagined my friends there. I imagined our friends crying. I imagined everything. Like, I imagined our whole wedding in that little area. The view was beautiful. You look across and you see all the mountains, and I'm thinking, like, if we could have our ceremony and reception here, game over. Like, it was so nice. I even was telling her, like, I'm gonna do an outdoor concert and I want it to be here. I was like, Sunday service, Kanye style. Like, it was so nice.
Yeah, it was that vibe.
However,
the walk to that scenic ceremony space was quite the walk. It was like a 10 minutes, and I was thinking about my guests or our guests, and I'm like, will they enjoy this moment if it was raining? Maybe if it was sunny, it would be a nice brisk walk, but I just was like, I don't think there's a way to make this glamorous because people are gonna be in heels, and there's like rocks and stuff like that, you know, typical farm. But so that was just a no for me. No matter how beautiful it was, I just was like, there's too many things to consider. We have some old people come in, and it's just, anyways. Right after this venue, we went to the third and last venue that we visited. And I say last because it's the venue that we chose.
It's the venue we chose,
Yeah, so we'll talk more about that. So episode 3, part 2. Yeah, so we'll talk in depth of why we chose it. We'll show you some clips of us visiting the place and just how beautiful it is. We fell in love when Kyle stepped in. He was like,
this is the one?
Without even talking to the coordinator, he was like, this is the one.
Because the price point, the space
was great.
The window, they had a window.
And we'll talk more about that in our K&R YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we'll see you on the other side.
Don't forget to share this on your profiles. Peace out.
Bye.